So this is the starting of a 2-day trip that my brother-in-law and I went on, Brian. And this is the first camp. It's up in the High Uintas by Mount Baldy, just right there. You can see it. And we did a little camp spot there across from Moosehead, because that's the campsites weren't open. It was getting kind of late at night, and one of the things I like to do is I like to build a small fire like you saw there and not use the big fire rings, because the smaller rings with a little backsplash is a lot better and keeps you warmer. Right here I'm just showing a new light that I got by Goal Zero, and it's hooked to a battery pack that I charged with some solar panels by Renergy. And I'm going to do a review on these things later on down the road, along with the solar travel pack and panels. It's awesome. It lights up the whole tent. You can read and see everything, and the battery lasts for forever. Just wanted to show how nice fire looks in the middle of the night. This is awesome. This is a great area that I'm not telling you about where it's at, because my son doesn't want me to, but you'll be able to figure it out if you know a little bit about the Uintas. So it's a little thing you can do some research on. There's that river we were going to cross back there. Goes up into about 3 miles more, but the water was too high, and this is just coming back from the river. This is a gorgeous little drive here. Beautiful little High Uinta mountain valley. Just enjoying the ride. Got a new GPS, as you can see on my motorcycle. It's the Garmin 64ST. And I'm just starting to figure that out, and I want to get to use that, and then I'll probably do a review on that also. But right now it's just driving and looking around for a place to camp. Another place to camp. Really nice, beautiful stars that were out. The amazing thing about being in the mountains like that, you don't have the city lights that drowned out all the stars, and you can see the Milky Way. You see we saw many satellites, and just really enjoyed sitting there. Now this right here is the solo stove. I used it in my last video and did it with wood. I decided to buy the little alcohol burner, and I actually used 70% rubbing alcohol, and that didn't work very good, but it worked. Then I went and got the heat, which I've heard is the best, and that thing boils really quick and it lights up real easy. So the alcohol burner there is a backup to where if you don't have any dry wood around, you can just throw that in and start it. One of the things we noticed about that is that you could hear the old style jet, high pressure, so loud and noisy. The solo stove, when it's burning alcohol or wood, that's just a container I carry the alcohol in. It's actually a water bottle before it's heated and put into a water bottle mold. It's extremely durable. I mean, you can hit it and it doesn't break at all. It's super, super durable. Brian left his light on. It's not good. I'm just filming you. So we're gonna have to get a jump start him somehow. There's all these little fish jumping over there. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go help Ryan. Once again, this is a little spot that I found on our second night camping. There was a boulder, and I just wanted to stand on that boulder and look around, and you could get an awesome panoramic view of the whole valley. It's a beautiful valley. It's had a burn there maybe 5-10 years ago, so you don't see all the green pine trees, but they're starting to come back. The river there is just a beautiful river, and I walked down to the river and I put the camera under just to see how clear the water is. But because it's got a lot of high runoff right now, it's usually crystal clear, but it obviously isn't when you see the video. But as I was standing on this rock turning around, you could see that other people liked it. There were some beer cans sitting on the side, and you could actually see a couple beds where some animals had laid down in the past. So it seems like to me, when you get out there, humans like to walk like areas like this, and then if you look down, you can see the tracks of a bull moose, or a moose. And so we like to go into the same areas, it seems like, the easier areas to get to, and places where it's easier to water, easier to wash your hands. The moose like it too. Hoping to see some fish in here, but obviously not. The water is just too dirty there, or silty. That's just walking back from the river to our little camp spot. This is an awesome little isolated camp spot, and it was pretty amazing. I was hoping we'd hear some coyotes, but we didn't hear any coyotes.